Hello, it's me.
You're looking for.
It is me you're looking for. What? I remember that's how the song went.
Two different songs, I think, actually.
It was. Ian, what episode is this, mate?
This is 155.
12,000.
And Coops for you, number 5. Right.
I hit any advancement on 5.
Any advancement on
What's the Taco Tuesday, Francesco?
Are you having taco for
Yeah,
dinner?
Is it because we're
Francesco.
going to be in LA soon and we've got to have tacos?
Oh, yeah.
Right, can we stop dragging this on, right, guys? This is really starting to get a little bit tedious now. I don't mind you talking about a week before, but not every week for the last 3 months. It's been a bit
Technically,
boring.
it's talking about tacos, which I find boring.
No,
as
it
well.
isn't. There's a link. There's a link. There's a link.
I know. That's why I'm confused.
He's a wannabe American, but he's Italian. He's just got to lump it. It's Pizza Thursday, Francesco.
Oh, okay. Sue's just clarified in the chat that it is a thing in the States, Taco Tuesdays.
Well, we live in the UK and we're in England, and this is a British podcast.
We have Weatherspoons
So-
Wednesdays, thank you.
We did.
Yes.
Taco Fridays in Sweden.
We literally just said that's where it comes from, isn't it, America?
Coops, you look very fuzzy tonight.
Yeah.
He's got
Put
soft
Vaseline
focus.
over his camera.
Soft
Put Vaseline over his
Vaseline
camera.
up the camera.
That's an old movie trip. The
I
Vaseline
know
the
it
camera
is.
for the
Soft focus effect.
I like that.
Yeah, sorry about it. It's a bit weird because I've actually done my hair today. So it's
Oh,
none of
I
you
can
I can tell it
see
looks like a
but it's
Lego
all good.
figurine.
Just watch your webcam.
Hilarious.
Lego
I
Coops.
don't, mate, I can, but I don't think it is. I really don't
Do you think
it
if you
is,
bought a Lego figurine of Coops, you wouldn't have to put any bits on
No,
it?
it really isn't.
It would just be a solid piece of figurine. It would just be called the casual. There's no construction
Cash.
necessary.
Yeah, completely. It's like those one-piece puzzles
Yeah.
and Kinder eggs, isn't it? You open it up, and go, oh, it's already made. It's
The
assembled.
Lego figures are already assembled, aren't they? Because they're normally
No, you
like...
can technically take the head off of it, and this one you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the body.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's
Right, are we
complete.
all done?
We're ready
Are we
for it.
Yeah,
finished?
yes. Let's get into the show.
We're ready, Ted. We're ready, Ted. Don't you worry.
Welcome back, everyone, for another week of Incensed podcast, episode number 155. It's going to be today, and unfortunately, we do have no guest. Actually, saying that, I'm kind of a guest on this show these days.
Well, I didn't want to say.
There is all
yourself.
4 of us in tonight. Myself, Casual Coops, Pokemon UK. Well, I was going to say YT then. Sorry, Pokemon UK, Ian Waterfall, and of course, Masterful 27, aka Marky Boy. Gentlemen, how are we all feeling today, tonight, this morning, this evening?
Whatever time of day this is going.
Exactly.
Doing good. I can add YT at the end of my little username on Riverside if you want. It would make it easier.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why. I mean, I've
Well,
still got
as
Casual
discussed last
Coops
week, it's
YT.
Pogo Mali UK YT LTD now.
LTD.
It's actually TF Whitey,
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
limited first
famous
stage.
YouTuber. Pokemon UK Limited TF Whitey.
Pogo Mali UK GmbH. I think that's what they say in Germany.
I like this. The heat's off me for once. I'm really enjoying this.
Just
Keep
adding
going,
more
keep
letters to
going.
my username.
Pogo Mali
It's good.
UK YT
Goodness
Incorporated.
me, I'm going to have to open a second account at this rate for all these acronyms.
Incorporated.
But within 20 seconds of starting, Ian did go back to Germany, so we need to get him away from
Yeah.
that. Ian, leave it alone.
Well, you know what? Once this year.
Ian, Marky, you two all right?
Well, I'm probably going to give the same answer as Mark because it's
on.
really mild in the UK here. I'm sweating so badly in this studio that it's unreal. And as you can see, just wearing a shirt, not wearing anything spectacular, but I am sweating my nuts off.
You look good, though.
Thank you.
I thought for a minute, Ian, you go, and as you can see, just wearing a shirt and nothing down below.
You can't see
Oh,
under
see
the
that. I think that's very clear. We can't see that on the recording.
You'd love to, though, wouldn't you,
I'm
Milo?
You don't know what I've been sending him.
Oh,
Milo's like,
don't
Ian,
disturb.
stand up, let me see.
Would the real Cascada please stand up?
The real Cascada, please stand up.
It is warm in, isn't it? Like we said last week, it was chilly, wasn't it? But like
Well,
today,
last
it's
week
like,
you were sat in your beanie hat when we was recording.
I haven't been here.
Did you have a beanie hat on, Marky, when I weren't here?
I did, yeah. I had it on for the whole recording, actually, didn't I?
so.
It was, yeah. had my headphones over it, but now I'm like, I just want to like take my top off now.
Well, he already
you know?
has done. He's already
Jumper's
started
come off.
stripping before the show.
Yeah, I know. Was you back in your DJ days last week?
Oh, mate, it felt like it.
I mean, I know I'm not one to talk, but we saw moobs.
Where's the rural training?
I am. Yeah.
No, you didn't see moves, you saw moves.
We're like the worst assembled boy band, aren't we? Ever?
We really are.
I think we made an edit of that in
I
2021
think we
somewhere
might have
on the
done,
internet.
yes.
Yeah, we did. But finally, Koopsy, how are you doing?
I think I'm okay. I'm a little bit nervous because I forgot what happens next, but I think it's to clarify the spelling business in it, I think.
Well, it is when you actually get around to starting the show.
Yeah, clarify the spelling.
But
Do you want to go straight in?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll lead up to it. Really get the wheel
What's he
turning.
spelling?
But no, Milo, thank you very much. But I'm okay. A little bit tired, but I'm good. I'm here. Good to be back. Yeah, I have no idea what you spoke about last week because I haven't listened back yet. It's on my to-do list. But we are here. We are living the dream. And we've all got our moves out. So without further ado.
All you dirty dogs, drop your incense.
And as always, guys, make sure you tag us on any of our social media and make sure you hashtag Shinies of the Week with your tweet to us. With your tweet, is it post? With your post to us? There you are.
And
Sorry.
it's X,
thank
not
you.
Twitter. Yeah.
I didn't say Twitter.
I thought I could catch you.
Oh no. I was going to say, guys, you're really not listening this early on. But yes, make sure in your posts you do tag us with hashtag Shinies of the Week. And of course, we're going to
clarify the spelling for me.
Thank you very much, Home Size. That is going to be hashtag SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. And the reason why you hashtag this is so we as a podcast can find your posts. We can find your what do you do on Campfire these days? What is it? Is it just a post again? Yeah,
Posts.
Just posts and messages.
Kumbaya,
Everything posts now, whether it's Threads, Instagram, WhatsApp,
Bebo, MySpace,
Bebo.
No,
Brick through window.
Brick through
Mark's
window,
bringing back
yeah.
the 90s socials.
Well, we've got boy band vibes.
Yeah.
But regardless, the whole point of that is when you're playing Pokemon Go, drop an incense and make sure you tag, preferably if you get a shiny or even, we'll allow hundos. We'll let hundos slide, won't we, Marlo? Well, we love a cheeky hundo.
Yeah, we'll have a Hundo.
Or
Yeah.
a cheeky Nundo.
Or a cheeky Nando. But anyway, I'm not sponsored.
Not
On that
sponsored.
note, it's time for...
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
So, boys, as always, this getting to know you question was not created by myself, but I'm going to ask it. So are we ready?
Outsourced.
Locally.
Locally brewed.
Yeah.
Very, very, very locally. Now, gentlemen, we'll start off with Pokemon UK. You can answer first, then Ian, then Masterful27. But gentlemen, if you could get rid, aka demolish, any genre of music, which one would it be and why?
You're not going to like me probably for this, Coops, and
Dubs.
it's quite funny considering the lyric or song I referenced with Cascada. Yes, Marky has written it right on a bit of paper.
I knew it.
I would delete rap from existence. I despise the stuff.
Okay, listen, that's fair. I'd appreciate that.
That's why.
But yeah, I was going to say, apart from what is it about rap music which you cannot stand?
So probably the more recent rap, I would say, like old school stuff I can kind of live with. I just don't like to listen to it. New stuff, and it's sort of the more it's become popular, I'd say overused on radio or wherever, all sounds the same to me. It sounds like some person mumbling away about how they have a weapon of whatever variety.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some other stuff, and it's all over how someone slept with your mother. And I'm like, I don't understand. It just sounds like a load of gibberish.
Not how I met your mother, but how I slept with your mother.
But then it's also, I don't know, the whole...
With your sister.
For me, I'm not a fan of the whole, like, culture that goes around it and all that sort of stuff. You just read stupid stories about stuff in the media and you think, why? Why is it necessary? I don't personally get it. And yeah, I would very happily remove rap from, well, Apple Music that I listen to.
But you listen to Spotify as well, and you listen to us on Spotify. Don't forget to rate us on Spotify. Anyway, moving on. Very good answer. Ian, what about yourself, mate?
Well, unlike Pogo Mall UK, I don't mind rap. In fact, most types of
Awesome
music
question.
I am pretty good with. So it was a tough one as to which one I would get rid of, demolish as you put it in the show notes.
I'm choosing rap.
But no, you might say this is a cop-out, but it's not. I would get rid of religious music.
Oh,
Interesting.
As in what? Are we allowed
As in
to do that?
anything that's religious, anything that's God-focused, or anything that has a religious vibe to it. So not
what
necessarily...
about Faithless? Would you keep God as a DJ?
Milo
in?
would cry if I got rid of Faithless, so they can stay.
Yeah.
But it's not specifically a genre in itself, because I suppose religious music can come under a lot of other genres, but religious music in itself, I would say, is enough of a genre to qualify for being binned. Sorry, religious people.
Well, I do you know what? Well, I had, interestingly, Ian, that's brilliant. That is, mate. Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
Right.
Yeah,
Nothing against people being religious. I just don't want religious music on my stereo.
And guys, do you know what's scary is? This is why one day we should be a visual podcast. I thought I'd guess all of yours before, and I actually had for Ian religious music, which is quite weird, actually.
Right, you need to write down your prediction for Coops's.
Any excuse to throw faith, Ian. I like what you did then, mate.
Oh, Faith! Callbacks of 2 years ago. Wow.
Absolutely. So great question, Coops.
Thanks.
And for anyone listening, Christmas music isn't a genre, so don't be moody. I know we're in January and we're
technically
fed up
is.
with it now. It's a subgenre,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's got to be a subgenre, hasn't it? And I actually did have rap written down as well as one of my top two choices.
Contenders.
Fortunately, contenders. You know, I know how much. I did actually write Dappy down as well, but that's not a genre. That's just an artist. Love you, Coops. I'm only joking.
No, you don't.
No, I do actually, which is, I don't know, New Year, same me. You can sort of point that out.
What's happened to the show?
Oh goodness! But I'm gonna stick pure non-diluted genres. And when I was looking at the list, because I need a little bit of help, really, I actually found I like most of them. I was looking at it and go, there's one that really doesn't resonate with me though, and it's not that I dislike it, but actually, if they got rid of it, I wouldn't care, because I'm not going to listen to it and I'm not going to go and watch it. And that might be a bit of a clue. I would destroy opera music.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you
as
on
a
that.
genre.
That's a good choice.
I just don't like it. I've got no interest in it. And anything that feeds off it as a subgenre, I'm on about pure opera. No, gone.
That would have been my second choice, I think, actually.
A nice one.
See-
I've written Coops's down as well, so we'll see if I'm right.
The funny thing is that obviously I also did the same, Marky, before you answered, and I actually wrote down what I think you would say, and I've actually written opera music, mate. So
Doesn't that say Oprah?
That's brilliant.
No, mate, all jokes aside, gents, brilliant answers. All what I will say, Marky, I'm actually on the opera vibe as well, because I don't know why, I'm just not a fan. I thought about country, but then I thought I actually do like country.
Most people do if they actually admit it, because it's so widespread.
Yeah. I was going to say that, and I'm a bit of a gun, but we'll move on. But the genre that I'm going to choose, and then this is going to be controversial because I know it's a genre that is loved by a lot of people, but I don't really like heavy metal music, gents. So for me, yeah, I like rock. I genuinely like rock music.
Wait, I need to mute Coops. Sorry, guys. I just need to mute Coops.
Why?
How can you say that about heavy metal? He's actually muted as well. He can't.
This is a new power. How long will it take you before you realise? I mean, he's done it.
I'll just...
Well,
he just...
as I was looking through the list, I knew you wouldn't say country music, because I thought you would like a bit of country.
Coops likes a bit of Taylor Swift. He won't admit it, but he does.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's not country, though, is it?
Early stuff was.
I went two options for you, Coops.
Was it rap or religious?
And when you said no, when you said popular or unpopular, I thought you were going to go pop.
okay.
But I did have or heavy metal,
That's coincidental.
which is
It's coincidence. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like that screamo heavy metal. Apologies to anybody that does love that type
Not
of
going
music.
down well in the chat, Coops.
What? Really?
People like metal.
Yeah.
Barside's a bit of a rocker, aren't you, Barside? I can imagine you swinging your hair around going, yeah, heavy metal.
I understand why. Coops. A lot of people just don't like that
Mm.
style of stuff. I'm like a 50-50. Some stuff's okay. Some stuff is just sounds like someone tormenting another person.
Yeah. So,
What about EDM, though, Milo? You're 110% in with that?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Not all EDM. A lot of EDM is fairly trash.
Speaking of
though.
EDM, Mark, I know you hate us talking about LA, but Francesco's taking Milo to a concert in
Oh
LA.
no, we found that. That was fantastic. Okay, anybody who's a fan of trance, Gareth Emery is playing in LA on the Sunday night with a super duper laser show. So
Is it weird that that's in itself would get me to LA, but Sinnoh tour, not a chance? That's mad,
on
isn't
my
it?
piece of paper. Funnily enough.
Farside saying, ooh, because he's a bit of an EDM fan.
Uh-huh.
well, Marky, I've got a solution.
See if there are
Come out for
tickets.
the
So you look
concert,
at trade Milo at the
just
concert.
not for LA tour.
Yeah. A bit cheaper, maybe, as well.
Yeah.
So I think then it's safe to say that this time last week, Milo was not listening to rap. I was not listening to heavy metal. Ian was not listening to religious, and Marky was not listening to
That's not true.
what?
That's not true. Because I actually do like Carrie Underwood as an artist, but she actually does do some religious music.
Oh. Are you changing your answer?
Right,
Are you changing your answer?
No, because I actually like her as a singer.
But yeah, anyway, but Marky Boy wasn't listening to opera last week for Porygon Community Day Classic. Thank you. You're welcome.
Nice segue.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was Porygon Community Day Classic last weekend. Definitely wasn't listening to rap. Well, we can guess what the casuals' response is. So obviously, we've all played the original Community Day. It was actually a 6-hour one way back in 2020. This time around, triple XP for the bonus. None of us need XP, but let's start off with Marky Boy. How did you play it? Did you play the full 3 hours, or did you, call it after 30 minutes because you got one and thought, you know what, I've got more. I don't need this.
Right. So as I'm playing with my poll, I will answer the question first. Do you know what? I wasn't going to play it at all. And then I was sort of just doing jobs around the house. And it was Saturday, wasn't it, Porygon Community Day?
Yes.
It was. It's
Yes,
interesting.
it was.
Because I was off on Monday, and people asked me what I did for my weekend, and I just blanked Saturday out for some reason. There was not one thing about Saturday which was
It's been
memorable.
removed from your memory.
It was seriously, and now I'm replaying thoughts of it. I was like, I get it. Porygon Community Day, I wasn't going to play it. However, as we're all creative individuals, it's not necessarily about the event. It's about what we can do with what is presented. And I actually thought, do you know what? It's been a while since I've done a sort of fun challenge to a community day. So I wasn't too concerned about throwing loads of them away, and I wasn't too concerned about having loads of them kept. So I went down the excellent curveball throw challenge for Porygon Community Day Classic, knowing it would be a little blighter and it would float left to right as much as stay in the middle. So I thought it was going to be a bit more challenging. And I had a great time. I played for about 45 minutes and I caught as many as I transferred. And I had a thoroughly good time doing it. What about yourselves? Ian, what about you? How did you play your Porygon Community Day Classic?
So I went out, I played the Porygon Community Day Classic for, I would say, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. As with all of us, didn't need any shiny Porygons. In fact, I transferred way too many last year, after the September, I think it's 2020 original Community Day. So it's getting on for like 3 years plus since that, 3.5 years since the original one. I got 2 shinies within the first 3 minutes of playing it out of like 6 checks. And overall, in the sort of time I played it, I got like 18 shinies, and the majority of them went in the bin because they were all terrible. But it did remind me of a fondness I have for Porygon. I know a lot of people were complaining, and if you look on X, or as Milo was saying, other social medias are the same, people were moaning about Porygon Community Day. Like,
oh, we don't need this, blah, blah, blah.
but actually, I'm actually going to go out there and say that a lot of people weren't playing Pokemon Go in 2020, and it revealed the fondness that I actually had that I didn't realize I had for Porygon. It's a great shiny, great mon, 80s vibes. It's me.
Yeah, the shiny Porygon's got a bit of grey on it, hasn't it, actually, when you think about it? Or is
That's
it...
his costume.
That's his costume.
That's his costume. Amazing.
Porygon is like a BBC Micro Model B.
8-bit at its best.
Exactly. It is the true 8-bit Pokemon.
You're so right on that front. I have a strong affection for the fact that as it evolves through the different generations, it goes from Kanto to Johto to Sinnoh, and it gets an upgrade in Sinnoh Stone. It becomes more and more futuristic.
It does.
I think actually a fairly good Community Day Classic choice. It was we always think about Com Days for 6 hours. It wasn't that long ago, but it's over 3 years ago for that Com Day, which is actually a very long time. And there were plenty of people who didn't play the original, and there were tons and tons of people out playing this one. And it did make me think, where can Porygon actually be found? And the last time I remember it being in big numbers was like the Valentine's event last year.
It's been a while, yeah.
It doesn't actually feature in any season spawn, really. It's a rare spawn, and I don't think it's ever really in field research. So this was a great opportunity for people to get their shiny. Plenty of people didn't have it. As for me, because on the original Community Day, I got, wait for the beepity beep beep beeps, I got 69. So I'm like, do I really need another one in my life?
And you probably got another 38 in your life. Am I right?
Well, you might be surprised to find out. But I played, much like you, Marky, I played a game, and this was suggested by one of my viewers, and it turned out to be the most excruciating game so far. Is guess what star rating your IVs on the shiny are going to be?
That's a tough one, because
it led to, I think, 85% of the shinies being transferred. I kept 6, which is still
six more than you really wanted.
Milo,
Yeah,
you'd have kept going.
exactly.
You'd gone, 4 star. Oh, no, damn. 4 star. Oh, no, damn. 4 star. No. Woohoo!
It's one of those things, you get other people to guess it for you, and some people are trolls, some people actually genuinely want to try and guess right for you, but it was so often wrong.
Well, it's easy, isn't it? You just guess 0 stars, and the chances are you're going to win it.
Didn't work. It regularly didn't work.
All right, Mr. Rock over there. It doesn't necessarily...
Mr. I throw rock first. But it was a very, very fun game. There was a decent squad of people out for the day. And to be honest, we always say it's 2 to 5 window in the Northern Hemisphere. It gets dark early. As a Com Day Classic early in the year in January, this is a pretty okay pick. I reckon later in the year, we're going to get some more actual usable Community Day Classics.
Also for the newer players, because if you actually went onto the Today tab, they actually gave you upgrades and Sinnoh Stones.
Exactly.
So people that actually don't store them, newer players, everything you needed was there to go right up to Porygon Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of the Today tab, they've reorganised it, haven't they? I quite like it. I like the new layout.
Yeah, they pushed that. They pushed that update finally.
Some people already had it, because I didn't see any difference.
Yeah.
I've had that
I didn't
layout
have it,
for
but
a while.
some other people had it, yeah.
No, I only noticed that recently in the last week. I was like, oh, I like that. Definitely vibe with that. Yeah, sorry to interrupt your Porygon chat.
I was actually going to say, so Coops, did you actually tap a Porygon at all?
See, I was going to say Coops just tell us you didn't play, but
No, I think he did. And he's going to say he didn't, but I think he did.
No, I didn't, Mark.
No.
No, to be fair though, I had no intention to play this one. I do like the Com Day Classics when they're in not slagging it off, Ian, before you come bite my head off with your great white shark teeth. I like them when they're sort of meta relevant, in the aspect of taking down raid bosses and that. And I think if they're not, I'm not really interested. But yeah, no, I'm not you though, Ian. Jokes aside, I don't hate Porygon. I don't. Like I've said, your Com Day Classics can either be really decent or a bit lackluster, as we say. But no, I don't hate it.
Do you know what I love about this? In about 18 months' time, because you've missed a lot of the new Community Days the first time around, the Community Day Classics might be your first time of playing some of them in the future.
Right. Yeah, it will be.
Round us Community Day Classic.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't play that one, did I? Yeah. So then speaking of, obviously we know that February is going to be Chansey Community Day. And I think in the background I can hear a bit of a timer going on, Milo.
It's been wound up.
It's being wound up. Love that. What are we thinking going into March with finally life here is getting a little bit lighter, a little bit earlier on, because it is still very dark at 3-4 p.m. So what's everyone's vibe for March? Has anybody heard anything through the wind? Has anybody heard anything through the grapevine? Like, where are we at with March? What do we want? What do we want to see? What do we think's going to happen?
I've got a feeling it won't get a community day because it will be featured heavily in the event. I was going down the Baneri route, might get a community day, but I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll put that into the event. I would quite like to see a dealing community day, and I don't know what the appetite for that is. And if they're going to drag that out
for all the different forms,
and different parts of the world, different time, maybe that's the time they actually recognise that people play it in different hemispheres around the world. It'd be quite a nice way of bringing the. It's too soon for that, isn't it, guys? They've got to get Dialga and Palkia right, haven't they? So yeah, maybe not dealing. Maybe dealing might be a step too far.
Well, the thing is the obvious option is what's after Rowlet on the
Litten.
So technically it should be Litten, right? Technically, is that right?
Not if you go by last year's calendar, because the Firestarter Fennekin was in May of last year.
Oh, okay.
It was.
So,
okay.
looking back at it, the last 2 years, March's Community Day has been a double form Pokemon. 2022, it was Sandshrew, and then 2023, it was Slowpoke. I'm trying to think, like, they've done Alolan and Galarian.
Rattata.
I don't think there's another. Yeah, well, maybe. Who knows?
What's
God
his
help
face?
us. God help us if that's the case. But I don't think there's another Paldean form, but there are convergent evolution style things. It could lead to some interesting, double com days, but they could just keep it safe and go like, hey, it's a Alolan. I mean, thinking back to it, actually, remember the 2020 voting we had, where you could vote for the next community days. We had the likes of Alolan and Kanto Grimer, and there was Alolan Vulpix and Vulpix in there.
I was thinking Grimer. I
think it could be potentially Alolan Vulpix and Vulpix Kanto in there, because they're both usable PvP-wise, shadows, etc. And it's a double form. Fire and Ice kind of leads into the seasons changing, I guess. I'll go with that. Vulpix, both forms.
I think you're onto a winner there. Cascada?
Simple answer. I haven't got a clue what I would even want, but something tells me, based on the last few community days, they do seem to be revisiting Kanto. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't something from Gen 1. Milo makes a good idea with the Vulpix, but I'm not going to steal his idea. I really don't know. I really don't know what it could be. Maybe Bellsprout? Yeah, spring, flowers popping up. I don't know.
Right. Listen, if it's Bellsprout Comday, I'm deleting my account. I'm deleting my account.
Do you want me to give you one, Ian? You could say it could be Diglett and Wiglet Community Day from Paldea.
Well, no, you don't need to give me one. I've told you my really bad idea what it could be.
Ian, that's got legs, to be fair. A bit like Bellsprout, to be fair.
Yeah. Dandelions pop up in March, and
we do.
Not dandelions, daffodils.
Bellsprout has not got legs.
It's got roots, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Routes. It's got routes.
It's got
hang on.
routes. It's
How
got
come
tail.
you didn't tear their ideas apart? I said I don't know. I told you what it could be, but it's as good a chance as anyone else's.
He's only ripping into Bellsprout's form.
Ian, it's because I said it had legs, and he went, it hasn't got legs, it's got roots.
No,
I don't think it's a bad big.
I like Bellsprout.
Ian, can I be fully transparent with you? I was actually going to rip Marky Boy apart for his answer, but I felt bad because he was first. But then I warmed up to it. No, to be honest, I think Milo's winning this. And if I'm like, what am I trying to say? I'm with you, Ian. I've actually got no idea. So even when I wanted to ask this, I was like, where are we at? What are we thinking for March's Comday?
There you go.
No.
Mark's only saying that because he grows Oddishes in his shed.
Hey, you said I grew more lulls in other places, Mr. Professor Value.
Magic Morlulls.
Magic Morlulls.
For March's Comday, I am going. I'm going for something like what Milo's saying, something not new, not exciting. Saying that could be Melmetal, couldn't it? Or Melmetal Comday, lovely. I need to load up my Game Boys. I've got no idea what I'm going with.
Did you say he's loading up his Game Boy?
You did.
Game Boy.
Game Boys.
Do you know what I'm going with?
Go on.
I'm going with Voltorb.
Interesting.
And the only reason why is because I've just loaded the game and I've seen a Voltorb there on the home screen and I've gone, that's weird. He's not been featured in any events yet, has he?
Not for a while.
So I'm going Voltorb. And is it the Hisuian?
Hisuian, yeah.
Been launched at Sinnoh, isn't it?
Yeah. It gets its shiny released at Sinnoh.
Oh, does it? Oh, that's that then. That's probably that then, isn't it?
No, but
it's still an okay pick, actually.
Yeah.
Does Psyduck get like another form?
No.
No.
No, not Mega Psyduck. Yeah.
What about Sentret?
No.
Mega Migraine.
Okay, I'll tell you what, because I'm looking at Psyduck and Sentret on the home screen. Now I know about Voltorb. I'm going with Psyduck Comday. They're not going to do a Sentret Comday, so I'm going with Psyduck Comday. That's what I'm going with.
Probably better than my choice, like that.
Well, nobody just tore Coops apart with his choice, unlike mine. My Bellsprout.
That's just because it's wrong.
Yeah, but Bellsprout's going to be more likely. Bellsprout is more likely.
I'm thinking like Niantic. You lot aren't.
I agree with you.
I'm
Ian.
perfectly thinking like Niantic. Mine's bob on.
And we've predicted the date for the March Community Day. It'll be March the 12th. We don't know what day that falls in the week, but as judging by Niantic's
calendars.
previous decisions, it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll get a Thursday
That would be
day.
a Tuesday.
Imagine that. Tuesday Community Day.
Between 6 and 7 p.m.
Yeah, only 6 to 7. Replaces Spotlight Hour. Oh, goodness me. Well, that's March's kind of, I don't know, let's see if any of those actually come through. But obviously this time next week is Chansey Community Day. Let's start the clock. Chansey shall be the featured Pokemon from 2 to 5 p.m. on February the 4th. That is unfortunately a Sunday. It will be spawning in increased numbers with a boosted shiny chance of 1 in 25. If you evolve up to a Blissey, it will get Wild Charge, which is good for nothing at all. You'll be getting a special research story that could cost you $1, and it gives you a bunch of encounters with probably Chansey and some items like a rocket radar. It's worth the $1. You can gift those around to people. Event bonuses are 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, quarter hatch egg distance, double XL candy drop chance. Lures and Incensed will run for 3 hours. A few snapshots, that's 5. Additional special trade, half trade cost, and Happiny will be boosted in 2 kilometer eggs during the event window. And Chansey will be in 4-starred raid battles, epic raids from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m., or even though they'll stop at 9 p.m. anyway. And there'll be field research tasks, Pokestop showcases, and a nice event bundle or 2, plus some stickers. Good luck, people.
Wow. I just realised I didn't do my snapshots on Porygon Community Day as well.
I didn't either.
Neither did I.
That's next week, Community Day. Good luck, everybody, I guess.
The thing is, though, like the jokes are like that we've probably said more positive things about Porygon Community Day Classic than a brand new Well, it's not a new shiny, but it's having its first ever Com Day. But I think because Ian got done dirty by it.
GoFest 22 Global really. Ken, you can have lots of them when I see you next.
It's when you went, another one. It was like, oh, no.
It was torture at GoFest 22 Global.
Ian would be like, it was better. I only got 5 during the whole community day. Woo!
Probably, no.
I'm only penciling in 1 hour into my calendar for it. The only thing that might make me play longer will be hatching the eggs for the...
Yes, the Happinies.
Happiny. Even though I don't need one, I still want to hatch 1 or 2.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get the sparkles back by then, because they're so hard to tell, aren't they, the Happinies, the shiny Happinies. You'd be kind of like going... I
think the sparkles only disappear if you tap through the eggs quickly.
Oh.
If you watch the whole animation, you should get the sparkles.
Woohoo! Back then.
It's just you have to sit and watch eggs hatch at a very slow pace.
It's all right, though.
Life's valuable.
Could think of worse.
Egg hatching isn't.
Could think of much worse, mate, like Bellsprout Community Day.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh.
Well, let's face it doesn't matter what the community is, because you won't be playing it anyway.
Fight.
Excuse me. If it was Dialga Community Day, I would definitely be playing it.
Imagine
Giratina O Community Day.
Have you seen? That's out. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Imagine that. Oh, my days.
Right, Milo, what game are we playing?
Something you don't like.
A game.
What the duck?
A game.
What's the Ducklett? There we go. Yes, What the Ducklett, because Coops has a strong disdain for this game. But of course, What the Ducklett, if you don't know, I'm going to read out a Pokédex description of a Pokemon, and then it's quick fire between the boys to see who can get the answer correct. And if after a couple of chances they're nowhere close,
Couple of chances,
that might crop up, you don't know.
Very good, Ian.
We'll see if they need a clue or two that is useful or not useful. But
Everyone's
boys,
nodding.
it is quick fire at me right away. So let's go with first to 2. be ambitious on it. And let's rock and roll with this game, boys. So,
You might just say Game Boys. The game.
Game Boys, yeah,
Boys,
it's a
yeah.
common thing.
Everyone's saying it, aren't they, tonight?
When its anger rose beyond a critical point, this Pokemon gained power that is unfettered by limits of its physical body.
Conkeldurr.
Wrong.
Scrafty.
Wrong.
Voltorb.
Wrong.
Bellsprout.
Wrong.
Chansey.
Wrong.
Happily.
Wrong.
Machop.
Wrong.
Machamp.
Wrong.
Its body cubes, they're big bodies, aren't they? It's got to be like a little dweedling thing.
Voltorb.
I'm going to give you a
Vulpix.
clue.
Oh.
Wrong.
Oh.
I'm going to give you a clue. Okay.
Dealing.
Wrong. It's featured in the Raging Battles event.
Chinchu.
Oh, Sulk.
Wrong and
Oh,
wrong.
Fro.
Wrong.
Scraggy.
Morlo.
Wrong and wrong.
Licky Tongue.
Wrong.
Oh, that licks things. That's weird.
Machop.
Oh, Mankey.
Wrong.
Machop.
Oh.
Primate.
Primate.
Wrong.
Annihilate.
Yes.
Oh.
There we go, Vaso, with a point.
You earned that,
boys
Ian.
were
Well done.
you were getting closer. I'm
We're
impressed.
just going through all the mons from the event.
Yeah, it's sometimes it comes down to that.
So there's me going Morlo. I was trapped in the wrong event.
Wrong event.
I love that. Though.
You're obsessed with Morlo, aren't
Mark's
you,
like,
Mark?
Steel. It's Steel.
Oh, God.
This should be a fairly easy one to get. So, this Pokemon lays nutritionally excellent eggs on an everyday
Chansey.
basis. Correct.
Oh, no way.
It lays eggs. It is an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says lays eggs in the Pokédex.
Yeah. What came first here, the chicken or the egg?
The
What
chance
came
you'll
first,
get-
the egg or the egg?
Okay, Marky and Ian with a single point each.
Don't say it, Ian. Don't say
I was
it.
going to say, Mark, should we just stay quiet for this one until Coops gets it?
Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
He'll go Bulbasaur, Ivysaur.
Okay. When this Pokemon sleeps, it does so while another stands guard. The sentry wakes the others at the first sight of danger. When this Pokemon becomes separated from its pack, it becomes incapable of sleep due to fear.
Gengar.
Wrong.
Gengar.
Dealing.
It's a glass
Wrong.
candy. Ian,
cannon.
Ian, that's brilliant. Ian, that is brilliant.
And you were being serious as well.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Oh, he was. I could see his brain going.
I got one in. I've got one Milo. What's the banana dog? Pucciana.
Wrong.
Vulpix.
Wrong.
Oh, a lower Ninetales.
Wrong. Have a guess, Coops, and then I can give a clue.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Wrong. Okay. This Pokemon is one of the Pokemon that was thrown around in the conversation of March's Community Day
Bellsprout.
earlier. Wrong.
Bellsprout.
Oh.
Packs.
Oddish.
Wrong.
Ian, you're brilliant. Bellsprout. They're hunting packs. And they go. Dealing again.
Wrong.
Vulpix.
Double wrong. Wrong.
We've already said that one.
Oh, Voltorb. Voltorb.
Sentret.
Sentret's correct.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Ian is loving this.
I'm loving it as well. Central.
Okay, so we have a fight
Why am
to
I
the
getting
death.
involved? I want to lose this game.
Well, you're in the contention for winning right now.
You're in it now, Coops, unfortunately,
Got
boy.
to be in it to win
You
it.
know what? We're going to go with this. This is going to be quick fire, boys, remember?
Yeah.
A faulty update was added to its programming. Incorrect. It's
Porygon
behavior-
2.
Porygon
Wrong.
Z.
Porygon Z.
Correct. Ian got there first.
Oh,
Thank
I thought
God.
Just got there first. Porygon Z.
Oh, he said
Round
Z.
Z.
He said
It is
Z.
Z.
Okay,
It is
Z. Z. Yeah.
All right, Jay-Z. Calm down.
No, let's not bring that here. God, no.
Jay-Z.
Mark Z, Milo Z, Coops Z.
Well, there we go.
Oh, I like that.
Ian, I hand over the baton of Game Lord
Well
over
done.
to you.
Just as well since
Big
it's your show next
congratulations.
week.
Yes,
Well
thank goodness for that.
So the question is, will we be playing the same game again next week?
If Coops is on the show, yes.
Yes, we will.
I think I am as well.
But I've got a new game we could play. What's in Mark's flask?
Coops is bringing Ducklett back. What? What's in
My
my
new
flask?
game is What's in Mark's flask.
What is every week in my flask? That's poor grammar. Hot water in and a coffee bag in my mug.
I was going to say minestrone soup.
Oh, I do like that. I do like minestrone soup. I like Bovril as well.
I was going to say minestrone soup.
We call Barry at work Bovril Barry now. It's his nickname.
That's a good nickname, right?
He brings Bovril to work. It's far better than what was in the machine.
Anyway,
Bovril Barry.
I'm sure Barry won't want us talking about him. So one thing we can talk about is, well, a couple of days ago, Raging Battles finished. And let's have a bit of a chat because it was a slight improvement over events that we've had recently. So how did you find your Raging Battles? Did you raid Pancham and did you get the shiny?
So I actually had a few invites for Pancham, but obviously not using a raid pass on that. Saving those for Dialga and Palkia in Sinnoh. But yeah, to be honest, I've actually played this like very, very, very minorly. Like I've actually, logged on a bit, a little 10, 15 minutes here and there over the event, caught a few Scraggy and Machops because that's really all the Pokemon that have been in the wild. But I think it's okay. Like I think it's like it was a decent little event. I know Barboach Comday was on as well.
Spotlight Hour.
I played 5 minutes of that. Huh? Spotlight Hour. What did I just say? Comday. Sorry.
God help us. March's prediction.
Yeah. So I played that a bit. To be honest, I didn't think it was bad. I mean, obviously, I played briefly, so I'm looking forward to hearing the expertos's opinion. So over to you, Milo. Tell me about the fighting event, I suppose, or the Machop day.
It was a kind of a fighting event.
It's kind of like,
battle
Coops
event.
has been campaigning, do we remember, for a Machop Community Day Classic. You sort of got it these 5 days gone.
I felt that.
That's been like a common theme with these events that have run through January, is there's always been one spawn that's heavily, heavily featured. One event, it was Ghastly everywhere. Now it's Machop. But actually, I agree with Coops. Not a bad event. The spawn pool was decent. And as a theme of just battles in general, there was a good mix in there of certainly stuff that's relevant for GBL. Some boosted shinies in Gligar and Lickitung are no bad thing. And if you did your GBL stuff, you got some boosted rewards. I did do my little today research and get my Elite TM.
I must admit, I did too, actually. You can't turn down an Elite TM, can you?
No, it's an Elite TM, so it's actually worth the time. I will say I actually did genuine battles until I lost one and thought, right, I'm going level 1 shiny. And then it was the last battle, and then I met someone else doing level 1 shinies. Like, fantastic. So I've actually got a battle showdown in level 1s. But I think, honestly, one of the best ways to introduce Annihilate into the game, and I've not been a fan of these adventure with evolutions before. I think Spritzy is like you have to whack an incense on while it's your buddy. This made you, battle 30 psychic or ghost type Pokemon in whatever facet of the game you so chose. It actually got me battling gyms again. It got me doing Team Rocket a bit more. And Team Rocket was actually boosted for the event, which is fantastic. Balloons every 3 hours. I think that's actually a really good way to get people to engage with the battle systems in the game. There's plenty of them, because the other ones have all seemed a bit flat and meh. It's been like, catch 30 Dart type for Pancham to evolve it. This was quite cool, and actually, as it turns out, Annihilate, such a usable Pokemon. I think it's already replaced Medicham in the top 12 for the, not GBL, but the regionals for PvP. So it's nice to see a brand new Pokemon in that selection. I enjoyed that and got my hundo level 50 sorted. But in reality, it's quite a nice chilled event, probably the best event so far of the year. That's not really saying terribly much given the quality, but it's been okay, I think.
Milo, we didn't expect anything less to you to have a level 50 maxed out, however it's called.
Annihilate,
thank you.
So I agree. Probably been the best event this year. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but a lot of the wild spawns were actually Pokemon people they'll want to get candies for and get shinies for. Me, it's nice to see Sork and Throw globally. People from different regions can potentially encounter that shiny. And I got one wild shiny and one raid shiny through this event. So out of all of the shinies I could get, luckily I didn't get the Gligar. I got the shiny Lickitung. Not that I actually needed any more of those, but I was chasing Scraggy like you wouldn't believe, and it wouldn't sparkle for me. However, I do want to thank the Italian Tripod because he sent me a raid for Pancham, amongst many other people that sent me raids, because we called out for this last week. So thank you to everyone that did send me raids. But the Italian Tripod did bring me the sparkles. It was a bad 2-star shiny, but I did finally get my first shiny Pancham.
Oh, I got the shiny Panda.
Wow, bro.
So
Jeez. That's actually impressive, as well.
Happy with that. And yeah, I agree with Milo. I am not a battler in terms of GBL, but I certainly did the Today research to get the Elite TM and the hat. Whilst there were many ways of doing it, I actually just did it from remote battles with a friend. We agreed to put in really bad sort of 10 CP mons and just let each other annihilate us so that we could get our annihilate.
Annihilate
each other. Yeah, so we could get our annihilate. And it was an easy 10 battles against the ghosts or the psychics, 10 rounds, sorry. And yeah, it was easy. I didn't get a level 50 maxed annihilate. Mine is a bad shiny 2-star one, but I wanted to evolve the shinies for my Dex.
Oh, I did that as well.
Yeah, of course you did. How about you, Marky?
Shiny Dex. That's cool.
There was no need for that. That's his having his moment, bro. He's completely.
I'm just saying he made the right choice.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, unlike some people, I haven't got the luxury of doing loads of cheap battles and evolving loads of different Mankeys into primates and then into
it wasn't cheap battle. You can battle remotely. You can just send invites.
That's what I mean to cheap battles. So not doing it the poor RNG of playing proper GBL and hoping someone would have a ghost. Well, that's what I was doing, Ian, and I was at 7 of 30 up until a day ago. It might be 2 days ago, where someone stepped in and actually helped me and gave me some SOS. Wolverine, great shout out to you, my man, because you also delivered me a shiny from a raid as well. I got my first shiny Pancham during the event, which was very welcome. So that was probably the highlight in terms of the raiding. I searched high and low for Scraggy. I think it's a pretty rare spawn. I think that it rarely is featured in anything other than maybe GBL sets. If you're brave enough to get to rank 10 and above in there and keep going. I got a Scraggy, a shiny Scraggy. It was actually at home. It was at home. It was as I was searching for it. It was actually one of my home spawns, and that was immediately after I'd finished Porygon Community Day Classic editing. So that was lovely to have that there. So I got the 2 shinies I wanted from the event, Scraggy and Pancham. So all in all, I think it was very good. I got the Candy XL to max my match up. Believe it or not, I didn't have the Candy XL for that. So that was really good. There was a lot of weather boost on the fighting types through this event. So that's been very helpful, certainly here where I live in the UK. A couple of notes I made, Milo. Well done, maxing your level 50 Annihilate. But actually, Annihilate is good for all 3 forms of GBL, I've been told. And actually, I don't know if this is true, so correct me if I'm wrong, you don't actually need to max it to level 50 for it to be any good. You don't need to use the Candy XLs. Is that true?
No, not for the other leagues.
No, if you want great top.
No, it hits the right levels, doesn't it, for the first couple? So that's brilliant. Yeah, I think it has been a thoroughly good event. I like fighting type Pokemon. They're probably one of my favourite ones, actually, even though I rarely sort of, when we talk about these events, get infused by it. But yeah, it was nice seeing them out and about again. And yeah, I hope everybody else had a good time with it. These events, we complain about the bad ones, but I thought this was actually a really good one. And I'll probably give this a solid 8 out of 10, I reckon.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's score it. It could be a new thing.
Events.
I imagine Strictly on Sunday. Yeah. This is my moment.
This is where the brains are.
So what are you scoring it, Mark?
The same.
I'm going to give it. I liked it. I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, Marky, I'll be honest. I'm like you. For the 8 minutes I played, I'm going to also give it an 8 as well.
I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. I think.
I'm going to go 6.5. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was great.
Oh, throw a shiny Scraggy in there, and Ian's going 10. It's a 10. It's a 10 from Len.
Actually, no. I'm going to round up to 7. I got the Pancham. I'm going to round up to 7.
Yeah, there's no 6.5 paddles here. Yeah, I like that.
So that event averages at a 7.5, and I actually that's a very, very, very fair rating, gentlemen. I think that's very fair.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. We should do that more often, actually.
I think we should actually. That was good. I like that.
It is. It's the news.
Oh, with Nicholson. What? You did me dirty then. You did me dirty. Oh, dear goodness. Well, as someone who's not going to LA and will not be playing Sinnoh Tour, there was a big news drop this evening. Cue sad violin music. And we're getting back from last week, Ian. We'll bring back the violins.
Yes.
I will put it in for you.
Genre of music for Mark, that is violin music. Just a new genre. But yeah, as someone who will not be playing in LA, did I say that before? I'm not bitter, obviously. No, we've got the global Sinnoh Tour news drop, and this is the following weekend after Sinnoh Tour. So on Feb the 24th and the 25th, between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. local time, yeah, we've all got an opportunity to play Sinnoh Tour wherever we are based. I'm excited for this event because I will be down in London, and I have actually booked my hotel for the Saturday night. So I thought I'd bore you with some of my global Sinnoh Tour lead up to the event news. Got my hotel booked down the road from Park's Kitchen. Cannot wait. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, nice.
So there's a Road to Sinnoh paid ticket. And is it available for Monday, Feb the 19th at 10 a.m?
I will give you your
Friday,
dues. This article is particularly badly written.
Is this Road to Sinnoh paid ticket before the global Sinnoh? It is, isn't it?
Yes, it leads up to Sinnoh.
During the working week.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. Right. Okay. So leading up to the global Sinnoh Tour, which is what I've just spoken about beforehand, we've got the Road to Sinnoh paid ticket. So for Monday, Feb the 19th to Friday, Feb the 23rd, starting at 10 a.m. and finishing at 10 p.m. on your local time, you'll be able to enhance your journey to Sinnoh with this ticket. It will allow us to enjoy additional bonuses, event-themed time research, and new avatar items, which is perfect for trainers like myself who want to make the most of this Sinnoh celebration. Trainers taking part in the Global Tour Sinnoh on the Feb 24th and 25th can also take advantage of these tickets bonuses throughout the weekend. So tickets run Monday to Friday, and the bonuses which come as part of the ticket carry on into the event weekend. That's all right. You can also gift tickets to your Pokemon Go friends and share the fun. So what does it give us? Well, for $5 or the equivalent price of tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access event-exclusive time research and other raid-themed bonuses. The time research rewards for the Road to Sinnoh includes the following: 10 Dialga, it's Dialga, isn't it? It's not Dialga. 10 Dialga candy, 10 Palkia candy.
Just the 10.
This is where it gets mega. This is 5 Heatran Candy XL, 5 Giratina Coops Candy XL, 5 Cresselia Candy XL,
Whoa.
5 Darkrai Candy XL,
Whoa.
and 5 Eevee. Oh no, I'm just an Eevee fan mask.
Wow.
Plus, you'll enjoy the following bonuses. You'll get an additional 5,000 XP from completed raids, 1 additional candy awarded for catching Pokemon in raids, and 2 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms each day.
Is that worth a $5? I'm going with no. I'm going with absolutely not.
I suppose it depends on your outlook, honestly. But one thing that I think you will find is worth $5 is Road to Sinnoh Hatch. Now, for $5 US or equivalent in your local currency, you'll be able to access exclusive timed research and other egg hatching themed bonuses. Now, we all hate hatching eggs, but for a chance to hatch Pachirisu, Chatot, and Carnivine, I think that's pretty good.
It's a con, Ian. It's a con. Don't be fooled. Hatching eggs is a con.
Now, if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one, so you could hatch a shiny Pachirisu, Chatot, or Carnivine, because we know these are the new shinies for Sinnoh Tour. But in addition to that, the timed research Road to Sinnoh Hatch will also include the following avatar item: the Pikachu fan mask. And also, you get extra bonuses. So you'll get 2 times Hatch XP, 2 times Hatch Candy, and 2 times Hatch Stardust. So if you were to buy both these tickets, you're looking at what, $10?
Yeah, and considering it's a free event anyway, 10 quid to enhance it if you're raiding Dialga, Palkia in both forms and hatching eggs, 10-kilometer race for the region.
The Eevee fan mask, I think
that's
that's a cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah, the avatar.
I'd pay
items.
$10 just for the
I want to
mask.
come back on. Well, it's funny you say that. I'm coming back to something that we discussed and was a hot topic on socials after Halloween Tour when we was in Vegas, and we got the hatch bonuses through to Global because of all the cock-ups. People were a little bit salted. They didn't get the chance to actually buy the enhanced egg hatching bonuses. Here it is, boys, girls, people. It's there. And for $5, even if you just went for the egg hatching one, that's a steal. If you're a bit of a raider, then you know what? For $10, honestly, you're getting value for money there. If you're going to play the Sinnoh Tour over the weekend and up to it, you're getting value there.
You definitely are. And the good thing is that, as they say earlier in the article, these will overlap over the weekend. And the weekend already has its own bonuses anyway. Like half egg distance is a general bonus. And don't think last year it was.
No, it was part of the ticket for the enthusiast in Hoenn Tour.
It was Hoenn Tour in Las Vegas, but for the global one, it wasn't actually available. So they put it in as a general bonus, plus you get all of the extra hatch stuff. And I think, if I'm reading that correctly, you do actually get encounters with Pachirisu, Chatot, and Carnivine through the
I think you get them
research.
through the time research. That's the way I'm reading it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Before we move
definitely.
on and we talk about the actual event, because I'll be honest, the article is a little bit confusing, controversial, but do we think that if you are paying to go to the LA Sinnoh Tour, do you think you should get these 2 tickets for the week after for the global as not like a freebie? Do you think that you should get these tickets and only pay for them if you're not actually paid for all of the add-ons? Because as we know, I think it comes to just under $100, I think, with the LA.
Oh, it's just over.
Oh, it's just over. So
by the time you've added everything in taxes.
Well, and I suppose actually going as well. What do you think, boys, for someone that's not going to LA and 2 people that are?
I think we go back to what we said before. If you want to do something, you pay for it. And if you want to have this, you pay for it. If you want to go to LA, you pay for it. If you want to play it globally, you don't pay for it, but you can pay for this alongside it or leading up to it. I think like we've said, is I definitely agree that all traders shouldn't have the same experience. However, I think the game should be playable for people who don't need to pay it. Sort of 2 experiences without really limiting the free-to-play player. I think it's fair. It's not a lot of money, actually. Do you know what? I mean, if these were ridiculous add-ons where they're trying to capture revenue for all players, you'd be arguing probably maybe a bit differently, and I might be sitting on the other side. But it's what, $5? A $5?
You know what, Mark? It's the cost of 2 Starbucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, or 1.5 black dogs, whatever they're called.
Black sheep. Yeah.
Oh, black sheep. Sorry, that's mine.
There we go. I agree with Marky. As much as I think it would be an interesting thing to say, hey, you're going to LA, here are these tickets for free, but it is a completely separate event, technically. Those of us going to LA, it's an experience in itself, and we've paid to go there. The bonuses and things for LA are actually completely different. We've got quarter egg distance if you buy the hatch add-on. That's not a part of this ticket. There are different perks, but people did cry out last year saying, well, I prefer Johto Tour because you paid and you got a shiny boost. This doesn't give you necessarily a shiny boost, but it does give you a lot of extra stuff. And we know that people are going to be hatching eggs and doing raids. I think it's perfectly fine to say everybody who's partaking Global Tour, if you want to pay a tenner to get both, do it.
I totally agree, Milo. It's 2 events and they can't be confused. So Sinnoh Tour LA is a totally different event to Sinnoh Tour Global. So whilst it would be nice for them to say, yeah, you're coming to LA, you're spending money, you have some free tickets, I actually don't think that would be fair to the people that are having to pay for the tickets. So, I don't begrudge paying a tenner. Like I say, it's the cost of 2 Starbucks. I think I can reduce my coffee intake by 2 for a week's worth of these bonuses. Totally.
Don't be so dramatic, Ian. Just give a bit of food for instead. Keep the coffee going, mate.
you know what? You're right. It's 1 KFC I'm
It's
missing.
not even a McDonald's. Do you know how expensive McDonald's is these days? Oh my God. But boys, bad news.
What?
Please note that the Road to Sinnoh raids and the Road to Sinnoh hatch, these $5 or equivalent to your local currency time researches do expire. Now, the tasks that associate with these 2 time research opportunities must be completed and their rewards must be claimed before 8 p.m. on Sunday, February the 25th. So jokes aside, that's not actually that long after. Sure, if you're a little bit of a casual like me, please remember that. Otherwise, you'll be absolutely gutted when you get to the end and you don't complete it.
Well, it's the end of Sinnoh Tour.
That's actually 2 hours after.
Well, yeah, but like I said, reiterate, if you're a casual like me and you forget that it's on that date and on that weekend, then you'll wake up and you'll be very, very gutted.
You're a nightmare, Coops. I can imagine you. You lay in bed on a Monday morning and you just go, and you lie there and you go, that was a good weekend. You go, I've forgotten something, haven't I? Sinnoh Tour.
Oh, he does that with the Pokémon GO thing.
Absolutely.
Sinnoh Tour.
I get like an email that says, please give us feedback on Sinnoh Tour. And I'm like, that was this weekend. But everyone, do not forget, from the 19th to the 23rd, this isn't just about these paid $5 or equivalent sort of time research. This is about an event as well. So the wild encounters that you are going to get during this time, which can all be shiny, are going to be Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. And apparently
Oh, Coops, you wasn't here last week.
God.
We called Chimchar the FOMO monkey for Milo.
That was the shadow
Actually.
variant.
Oh, it was. Yeah, okay.
But
okay.
yeah, you also might be able to get a non-shiny Grottle, Monferno, and Prinplup, which is a bit random. But we're now going to talk about the raids. And of course, there's only one man to do this.
Before I read this out, we also agreed that Milo suffers from FOMO, or as we retitled it, foam out. And foam out is the fear of missing out whilst there.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Foam out. But no, thank you, Coops. I love a 1-star raid. And do you know what? I look at these little 1-star Pokemon fondly. Me and Ian in Chippenham trying to take down raid battlers for the first time, actually. Wasn't it Team Go Rocket Leaders and struggling?
Yes. Yeah, that was interesting. They've got
easy then. And do you know what? I still won't be raiding it. Yeah, as Ian alluded to, Turtwig, Chimchar and Piplup will be appearing in 1-star raids, which is expected because these are the Sinnoh starters.
Now, moving on to the 3-star raids, I can't even bring myself to mention them, so please don't raid them. Yeah, Grottle, Monferno, and Piplup are the 3 stars. Don't raid them. Don't waste your passes.
Indeed, but this is where it gets a bit interesting. The 5-star raids are going to change every day leading up to Global Sinnoh Tour with different Sinnoh legendaries and mythicals. So Monday, February the 19th, 5-star raids will have Darkrai in there. February the 20th will have the GBL's favourite Cresselia in there.
Space Duck.
Then 5-star raids on Wednesday, February the 21st, which will of course have a raid hour, is going to be the Lake Trio. So Uxie in the Asia Pacific region, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and India will be getting Mesprit.
So EMEA now is EMEAI.
Yeah, EMEI. They're adding more and more onto it.
It's like some other acronym that keeps adding
Yeah,
letters.
Go
isn't it?
Money, UK, YT, Limited.
Careful, let's not add the region in there, for goodness sake. And of course, the Americas and Greenland will be having a Zelf. That's going to get a raid hour on that Wednesday as well. Thursday, the 22nd of February, we'll have Heatran, 5 stars. And Coops, hold on to your chair, Sunshine, because the Friday, 23rd of February, is going to be Giratina O.
Wait for it. I'm working.
Wait, bro, I'm just about to check. What did you say? The 23rd?
23rd Friday.
Oh, I'm working. I'm actually working.
It is worth mentioning that none of these are going to get their exclusive moves in this raid rotation, so they're all going to be the regular stuff, but it's a new legendary per day.
Yes, so hatching eggs during this event. Well, the 2K eggs that will be the event hatches for this one will bring you the likes of Budew, Chingling, Bonsly, Happiny, Munchlax, Mantike, and Riolu, and all of those can be shiny.
You're gonna Ian will just hatch Budews. I just know it, won't you?
I really will.
Budews.
I really will. Not through choice.
By the way, what a great sort of 2 weeks for Pokemon Go, actually, especially if you're going to LA as well. But the event bonuses for this, you're going to get half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in incubators during the event. The remote raid pass limit will be increased to 10 from Monday, February the 19th to Thursday, February 22nd. And oh my God, are we ready for this?
We knew a bit of this, but yeah.
There will
We thought it
be
was coming.
no limit on remote raids from Friday, February 23rd to Sunday, February 25th. Wow. Didn't expect to see that. I did not expect to see that.
Hypocrites. They want their money.
Niantic
They
is just
want
saying
their
dollar
money.
Said
signs.
they would be lifting. They did say, and I know people get salty, but Niantic did say when the cap was put in place that they would be removing the cap for special events, and this obviously qualifies as a special event.
Milo, how much raiding are you planning to do?
I don't know if I'll sleep,
Yeah, fair enough.
to be honest. There is interestingly going to be timed research during this event, and actually, it's one of the few times you can get legendary Pokemon through the timed research. So Heatran, Giratina O, and Cresselia, note that down, people of Great League, and Darkrai are going to be rewarded in them, which is going to be fantastic. Of course, can be shiny.
Oh wow, you'll save me some good stuff here,
Yes.
boys. Right. With all magical events and unlimited remote raid passes, which signify amazing events, we've got a little bit to wrap it up. We have field research tasks. Don't really give a lot away here with it, but yeah, Sinnoh-themed field research tasks will be available throughout the event. And completing the research tasks to earn items that will help you prepare for Pokemon Go Tour Sinnoh Global. Hyper Potions, you wait for that. And we've also got new avatar items and stickers. The following avatar items will be available to purchase in the in-game shop during this event and will continue to be available after the event ends. Of course they will. We've got Giratina's helmet, wings and jacket. We've got Diamond Clan outfit and Diamond Clan boots. We have a Pearl Clan outfit and Pearl Clan boots. And a Team Galactic outfit. To be fair, I can see Coops rocking that.
I can see Coops in the Team Galactic outfit.
Yeah.
And I can see Milo in the Giratina setup.
I can as well.
Purchase.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, that Giratina set looks absolute fire.
It does look fire. It does look
I know
fire.
you're going to be buying it,
100%.
I know you.
100%.
Yeah. And there will be new avatar. The following new avatar will be available for free in the in-game shop during this event, and that is the Go Tour 2024 T-shirt. There will also be stickers, themed to stickers, I should say, from Pokestops and gifts from Monday, Feb the 19th at 9 a.m. or a little bit earlier there to Sunday, Feb the 25th at 8 p.m. A little bit earlier there. These stickers will also be available in the in-game shop if you want to buy them. Don't do that. Don't ever buy stickers from the in-game shop. I rarely give advice, but that's advice you should take. Yeah, I love it. I think Coops will get rid of his Santa Claus outfit in the game, and I think he'll be rocking the Team Galactic outfit for sure, Ian. Very much.
I think Coops will look fantastic in the Team Galactic setup. But some say that they think gift wrapping is a genre of music. And they never reply to emails. All we know is it's time to
Ask the intern.
I dare say some of those might actually be facts. But yes, for a second week in a row, Ask the Intern, we are following up on the Tornadus Shiny issue. Because at the time of recording last week's show, we didn't know what the compensation was. And then obviously a day later or 2 days later, it was resolved, in quotation marks. Rather than giving trainers the remote passes that they used, or green passes that they used on Tornadus in the 16 hours that it was not activated the shiny, a free box popped up in the in-game shop.
only for people that had raided.
Only for people who are raided. It had a little bit of fluctuation in terms of how many green passes were in there, but in my box, I had 1 remote and 3 green passes, which is actually more than I raided for. But there were people who burnt their 5 remotes and had done 10, 15, 20 raids over their raid hour who got...
Diddly squat.
Fairly diddly squat, yeah, to be honest. They got a box with 3 green passes and 1 remote in it. So compensation, I don't think it was matched.
No, it's interesting because, like, I heard there was a ginger box.
Ginger box.
And it was compensation for people. I should call it a casual box, actually. That's a bit harsh. I had some people get some ridiculous compensation for doing very few raids. And I don't know how that even happens because, yeah, I take that back. That was a bit harsh. But, you know, I did a couple of raids. Believe it or not, I did a couple of raids. And I got more raid passes than I did for raids I did. And I was like,
same.
How does that even work?
Because it was a general box. It was just a box that they put in saying that there's 3 green passes and 1 blue one. There you go. That's the compensation, which doesn't match.
It's easier than working out what everybody used, but it's definitely not fair because some people went hard.
Well, we do have...
The
thing is, we have raid logging, and
yes,
the thing that people were saying is, hang on, this happened in June of 2023 with, as it turned out, I've forgotten which Pokemon it was. It was the Lake Trio when they were shiny eligible, and people raided Uxie to try and get the shiny off it, and it wasn't active. People got comped for all the remote passes they burned.
Yes, they did.
Over quite a big window.
Yeah.
So... me personally, I don't see why it was any different. People are not particularly happy about it. That's what it is. But
we know what else they wasn't happy about. When
What?
Niantic support tweeted back out about this compensation, they put the name of the Pokemon in wrong.
yes.
What did they put?
They put Thunderous in because it just
So
switched.
everybody's like, is this one now broken as well? But no, it wasn't. It was actually about Tornadus.
Yeah. So, which after 9 hours of the tweet going up originally, they deleted it and reposted. And said something like, "We apologise about the confusion. Here it is."
We apologise. We are blithering idiots.
Yeah, something went wrong with an intern, definitely there. But something that's gone spectacularly wrong visually very recently is an update that has caused the brand new Pokemon Annihilate to potentially ghost in GBL or PvP. I mean, it is a ghost fighting type, so it actually goes invisible in the game.
It's trying to do a you lot. It's trying to run away from PvP.
It's getting out of there.
You brought me in the game, and all I'm is PvP focus. Get me out of here! No.
Is that Matt?
I'm just meant to be a buddy. I'm not meant to battle.
But yeah, they've messed up the texture in some way, so somehow if you take it into battle, it just vanishes. It's still there, and you can still use its moves and things, as far as I'm aware, but it just disappears.
That happens in raids sometimes, doesn't it? When it kind of rubber bands.
It's
at
just
the
funny.
End,
it's the newest mon to the game. Oh, deleted the texture pack. Whoops.
I mean, I'm more confused because I know we're talking about things that we can't see and things that are sort of hidden. But there's something.
Out of 10?
No, but there's something that I can see which looks massive, and I'm not really sure.
12 out of 10.
Is that Master Ho?
Oh dear, Coopsy. I've missed the complimentary comments around my poll.
You're welcome.
You saying I wasn't complimentary last week talking about Molo?
You and your bloody Morlos, Vassafal. Jesus Christ. Nah, it's good to be back. And we had a great getting to know you question on tonight's show. I think some people might have misread the poll, but hey, you know, it's all about the detail. We talked about genres of music that we would get rid of, and I think a word that Coop said destroy or rid the world of. I don't know which one he used, but I put destroy in there for a bit of dramatic effect.
Demolish was the word.
Demolish. There we go. That's why people are confused. Which of these would you like to see vanish from the world? We had 4 options. We had 72 votes on the poll, and we've had some comments.
Ooh, nice.
We like comments. So Lucy Davis has commented and said, heavy metal, as it's just a lot or loud of shouting and just
Thank
noise.
you.
That's not
Thank
music.
you.
And someone here has put Casual Coops and said, I mean, it can sound like that if you don't have ears. Interesting. Mazdos has put a nice little gif and put, no, I love Christian rock. Right. Ian didn't say Christian rock.
I never said Christian
He said
rock.
religious music.
No
Everyone's
religions were named in the making of this poll.
No religions were named. This is a disclaimer. That's going to be the title of the episode.
Yeah, but anywho, Kitty Pokemon's a lot has said heavy metal, rap, and opera being listed with religious music is wild. Religious music is propaganda and not about creativity, in my opinion. Opera is some of the most difficult music to perform. Rap is incredibly poetry that can be political and amazing. Heavy metal is everything. Ooh, okay. Sue, her Miss Ninja, has put, with apologies to the rest of the planet, country music. To me, that genre is like the musical equivalent of a Hallmark movie. Oh, I love you, Sue.
Just wait to LA, Sue. That's all I'm playing on the radio.
I will not allow you.
No. Chicken Chaser 89 has put, Chicken Chaser, good to have you on board the poll, my man. I want to say religious music, but that would eliminate a lot of Christmas music, which I'm also a bit of a slut for Christmas.
Interesting choice of wording.
So I guess opera. Absolutely brilliant. Keith has put religion, the root to all evil, unless it's a religion about Pokemon. Laughing face.
Pokemon's a cult, not a religion.
Cult music. I Am Prius has always put a gift down for the first time.
Well, that's a surprise.
Some of the new religious music is pathetic. Jesus Christ, Monkey Balls, South Park reference on there. That's brilliant. Kerry Young has said, yes, I hate rap. It's just a 3-minute long headache.
Yeah, not wrong.
Love it. We've got quite a few people. Steve Phillips, I hope Ian didn't choose opera because the Tosca scene in Quantum of Solace is fantastic.
It was actually a great scene.
This is brilliant. We'll happily keep all 4 choices if we can get rid of Nickelback. It's but with good reason.
What's wrong with Nickelback?
What's right with Nickelback, Vassafal? Honzeus.
Bad rap.
Oh my goodness gracious. Honzeus. Trevor Lane 40 times 54. That must be a record, surely. Has put 22% heavy metal. Nah. I don't know. Diego has put heavy metal in the poll. Sorry, boys, you just lost a follower. Oh, dear.
Seriously, don't mess with the metalheads.
Nearly there now. Run CMC, just none. To me, that is blasphemous. Music makes the world go round, brings people together. Is it Ave Maria? Reminds me of my nana. Metal reminds me of my father. I love all styles. Not voting. No repost time, fellas.
Well, yes, okay.
Mark Bailey has put Minecraft parodies at the end. I love our audience. It's fantastic. So, starting in last place, and I am disappointed. Only 10% of people want to get rid of opera. Really? Really? Okay, it's only 7.2 people, but still, 10%. It's dramatic here. Third place, and actually very close to opera with 14%, is rap.
Oh.
Can't believe we're at the bottom of the pile, Marky.
Well, we can't account for taste, can we, Milo? In second place, and a distant second, actually, with 22% of the votes. So close to the bottom, but near the top, heavy metal.
Yeah. Because you read out a comment that said 22%.
I know, I realised that.
Oh my God,
And
I'm shocked.
The winner. Well, you look like someone from Nickelback, Coop, so you should be shocked. 54% agreed with Ian and his Christian rock. I mean, religious music. I'm joking, Ian. Religious music. Everybody went, though, to the Christian aspect of it, which I find hilarious.
I can't believe that's
54%. I can't either, but Ian, you know our audience, man.
The first thing I do know is never mess with the metalhead. Seriously, it is like the greatest form of music ever.
I came second. What are you going on about?
The greatest form of music ever, Ian. Ever.
It is.
Clearly, here we don't mess with the opera people.
Mine's Britpop, mate. So yeah, you don't mess with the opera people. Actually, the opera people, we've proven more people love opera. More people love opera. There we go.
But at 54%, really, the other three were all quite close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, Ian.
Stormy
Collectively,
win.
you beat all three of us.
Nice.
Send your WhatsApps now.
So I'm going to take my win and run just for a second with this. Now, friend of the show, former way spotter, sometimes waylord, and co-host of Starpiece. Yes, the big Australian has been on, with a message specifically aimed at the four of us.
Hello, gents. It's Lachlan from Australia / the GoCast podcast side piece tangential interview show. And I just wanted to call in today, firstly to say happy recording, to say I'm coming to the United Kingdom in late April, early May. I've already spoken to Ian, and I'm going to make sure to find time to catch up with him. But Mark, Coops, and Milo, we're going to get a drink at the pub.
Milo.
Can't wait to listen to the show next week. All the best.
I love how Ian's got his diary out already, hasn't he? And he's gone, let's have a chat about it. Do you like that? He's like, Ian's already got in there first.
I'm just organised. If somebody reaches out to me, I will, if I can, make time and put a date in the diary.
Well, I'm just looking at my calendar. I'm busy for April. Hold on. And May's not looking any better, unfortunately. If that was Lapland from another part of the world, I might have been free. But Australia, no. Of course I'll be free, mate. It'd be good. I've heard so much about you from the boys. All complimentary, obviously. So I'll make sure we meet up during the day in a public area.
We'll figure something out, because all four of us need to link up. So
But
if it's doing like a UK tour as well, yeah.
It'd be nice to have you down in the southwest, actually, like London and Coops. You going to meet him?
No.
Hey, he doesn't even meet us.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Right, should we move on then?
Shinies of the week.
I will jump in first, gentlemen. So I've got one here from Highbone, at Highbone, hashtag Shinies of the Week, at Incensed Podcast, Yellow Snow, whilst listening to this week's episode. Not one I needed, but it's not too bad. Very random, actually, considering the event that's been on, but a shiny Bergmite Highbone did get. So congratulations there, my friend. Yellow Snow, love that.
Of course, we've got to shout out our campfire community, and this is coming in from Mama Glass 1997. So, it's a back-to-back Shadow Shiny. It's been a while, but a back-to-back Shadow Shinies, hashtag Shinies of the Week, and she's managed to pick up Shadow Shiny Dratini, followed by Shadow Shiny Sableye, which is insane, getting two Shadow Shinies back-to-back.
That's very good.
Mad.
That is very good.
That is actually mental. And that Dratini is not looking too bad, IV-wise, either. Nice. Big congrats. Just before they switch out this weekend.
I'm going to jump on to the Incensed Discord, which is a great place with great people. Am I stealing that from another show? Maybe. The Shinies of the Week section is there for all to add to, and Del Hazard X posted back on the 20th, so just a couple of days ago, hashtag Shinies of the Week. Community Day spent in Ealing with the squad. I needed a shiny Porygon and got the Shundo, which was also a back-to-back shiny. GG's, Del, that's awesome. And he posted a picture of the Shundo Porygon. It's a good job Mark wasn't there, or else he'd have actually got it, Del, instead of you.
More than likely. Now, I'm gonna include this one. It's 2 weeks ago, but I want to embrace the Instagram community. I'm not letting this one go by because I should have found this one last week. But I want to say a big thank you to Doc Poker Gains for using hashtag Shinies of the Week on Instagram. Come on, people. We can get more on here than the other ones. Well, probably not X, but certainly the others. I've got one from Bebo here, but we'll read that out next week. No shinies caught during last night's raid hour, but got 3 shinies out of the wild. You got a shiny Stuffle, a shiny Murkrow, and a shiny Swinub. Not bad at all. Whilst listening to the podcast, hashtag Shinies of the Week, hashtag Pokemon Community. Not bad at all. And that was definitely 2024. I just had to double check that. Well done.
Nice.
Marky, what would you do if you'd looked and it said 2022?
I'd have just carried on and gone, lovely.
Speaking of which, we've got some great shinies there from across our range of socials. But so far, for the last 5 weeks, there have been no shinies of the week on Threads. So please, if you actually have an account on Threads, post one there for us and let's get the threads.
So please.
Yes, more
let's
threads.
get the thread rolling. God, that's a tongue twister. We had the WhatsApp from Lachlan just a couple of minutes ago. And if you want to send us a WhatsApp, we talk about this most weeks, but you can do so by saving this number into your phone, recording a message, and then just sending it to us. It's free. It won't cost you anything. So you're not paying international charges if you live abroad to send us a voice mail, because this is a voice message, Coops's favourite form of communication. The number you need to save is +44 759 269 5696, and let's get a few WhatsApp messages coming through, because other than Lachlan, we've not had one for a few weeks.
Ian, mate, thank you very much for that reminder. I always do forget that. It's the end of the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. And I do want to thank the Patreon members. But before we do that, I do have an official announcement to make.
What?
Do you want a drum roll or what? What?
Give me a drum roll and a what? Why not? Go. We have officially got over 300 ratings on Spotify. Did you do this last week?
Don't tell him.
Did you do it last week?
Don't tell him. Yes.
Are you serious? You did it without me? Are you actually serious?
We didn't know you were going to be here.
Please, guys, I just checked. Oh, my God.
We checked last week when we did
thanks to our gold tier patrons. We've got... Oh, guys, are you serious? You did it without me. I hate you guys. I'm actually upset about that.
It would have been last week's news if we'd waited till now. It would have been like...
Well, did we hit it last week?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Because we were on recording.
Yeah, it ticked over when we were on the show.
Well, do you want to know the worst bit? Do you want to know the even worse news, Coops? We're not editing this out.
No, I don't. You're fine. I don't mind that. You're fine. Oh no, I'm actually upset that you lot have done that without me. That is actually like okay. Anyway,
so when we get to 400, we'll make sure you're here.
No, to be fair, when we hit that, I might not be here. I'll be in 3 years' time.
Oops, you little
Bear in mind, you only did about 10 shows last year.
So now I'm going to sound upset thanking everyone, but yeah. Before we do wrap up the show, thanks. By the way, this is these three guys' fault, not mine. Before we go, Ian, stop laughing at me. Before we go,
I'm laughing at him.
A massive thank you to everybody that's on our Discord. We do really appreciate you, especially our gold tier members, which is going to be Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Apex_171, Mufti, Barside 2, JLH1919, Highbone, Maz aka Osma Lionheart, and Mandy Croft as well. But honestly, thank you all so much. And of course, thank you to everyone that follows us on any of our social medias accounts, and to everybody that does listen to the podcast. We really appreciate you. Keep voting, keep rating us on Spotify so we can get to 400, so we can do the official announcement with me live. I hate you all, but apart from that, I think we're good to go.
Oh wait, boys, good news.
What?
Our Coop's favourite Pokemon, Fungus, will have its Spotlight Hour next week with 2 times Catch Stardust.
Loads more Stardust. Loads of Stardust.
No idea how good that is.
Good bonus, even better Pokemon. On that note, rate us on Spotify, and I'm now going to end the show and moan at the boys for not telling me goodbye.